Hey, Jason. Yesterday I said a few times, I think we've got this all under control. Today I've got the feeling the game will say, hold my beer. You could well be right. What we were doing, so I've been having a little bit of think. And we'll reassign the medics when the battle kicks off, because it's about to go at any time. Sorry, I'm just making sure the audio levels are correct. The nurses. We put a lot of people into rehab yesterday, which we needed to do. That was absolutely the right thing to do at the time. We have spare nurses. What I think I'm going to do today is I'm probably going to put them into the casualty clearing station. If we get a lot of casualties in one go, and I suspect we will when this battle happens, especially when this one happens, because this second battle looked like it was a tough mother that was coming along. And what that should do is when we double up on the shifts, it should improve the patient's state by the percentage that we get. Because rehab won't be quite as urgent because we're already covered for this fight. But it depends on the number of casualties and depends how fast they're going through the surgery ward as well.
Sir, medics reach the advanced dressing station.
Excellent. It was great. Tom's play is fun. You couldn't keep awake. Caught up on his last bit. Looking forward to this play. I like watching Tom play Baldur's Gate 3. He always seems to find the hardest way of doing any quest possible. And then has to find some sort of superhuman way of getting through it. He's got a unique talent. What have we got? Patience. Will is strong. We have shorter rehab. We should have a little look at the rehab situation. So I'll keep the +3 in here till after the battle. But the +1 can go out and get us some stuff. And we have... Oh, we're nearly finished building whatever it was we were building. I can't actually remember. Oh, it's a tuberculosis vaccination in the rehab centre. That's great, because that can definitely mean we can... Well, no. Let me rephrase that. That's great, because that could potentially mean that we can reassign the nurses from rehab to operating. Or to casualty clearance. Hey, Duke. Welcome back. It seems no one's issued our soldiers with gas masks yet, this late in the war. It's terrible. Hey, Tom, we were just talking about you. What to say about, you say the devil's name 3 times and ye shall summon him.
Sir, a report from the last battle.
Report.
Oh, we've got a standard report. I thought that might be the case, that we might get, that might change colour. Because obviously some people are injured, aren't they? But we have 17 in the trenches, so I actually preempted this and started shifting my medic teams to here, and we're going to put them on 24 hours. And the ones working in casualty clearance, he'd prefer to work on the first shift. We can do that. Switch those over. Oh, and the 8-hour system. Okay. That's not going to make any difference then. That's fine. The cemetery, there's no need for anyone working in the cemetery. These guys are working hard. That's okay. We'll leave it at that for the time being. You're always skulking about somewhere. That's exactly how a mod should be in the channel. Okay, let's see. I think this is going to be okay. There's no one waiting at the moment. We're kind of there. The trauma guys are still working their way through. And the surgery ward is nearly finished, just in time for the next batch to come in. And the supply... Ah, okay. Right. Engineers. I think the engineers are going back to 24-hour shifts. Because we are going to need to crank out some trauma medicines. I could order them. It's quite nice. I feel like we're in a situation at the moment where we can enjoy this as well as trying to get some new upgrades built, which this is nearly finished. I don't know what the next one's going to be, but... Anyway, let's play this through. What's the report?
Our forces in the northwest and northeast retreated, sir. There were efforts to launch a counterattack, but it was only partially successful. We regained some ground to the northwest.
According to the report, we lost the entire eastern distributary.
And the areas north of the river around the western distributory. And Elendes Lavasses Lake. This does not look good, sir.
It's fine. I don't think it means any difference. Hey, Kron. No, we're not resetting. We're just following on from yesterday's save. So that was just the first battle. No, not the first battle. First battle of today. But no, carrying on from yesterday. We left on a bit of a cliffhanger. We kind of did. Okay, we've got the first patient in. You're fine. I'll put you straight in. I was tempted to wait and see what came in. Excellent. The TB vaccination was finished. Let me just have a look at improvements, because we might be in a position. We can do emergency measures in rehab, which would put people back in the trenches straight away. I don't really want to do that. I didn't think I pressed that. How did that come up? I don't think we're going to be able to afford anything else at the moment, apart from those which we're kind of avoiding. The houses are now pretty expensive. I'd love to get that one. That's the rest one. I don't think we're going to get that built. And over in production, apart from reducing the amount of rations people eat, which would be good, and we can do that twice, I think. That might be good. Get rations down by 20%. What's this one here? Oh, this is production slots, but this is a very expensive way of getting production slots. That's the warehouse enhancement. Which would kind of be nice, but it's expensive. That just allows us to store more medicines. That gives us another truck, which we don't have a use for at all at the moment. There must be one coming. There must be another scout mission coming. Maybe check your train deliveries in case that latest event affects them. That's a good point. So we've got on the 31st of October. There's nothing after the 1st of November here. Scheduled. That would be kind of brutal if no more trains came in after then. Because then we'd still have to last about 10 days with just the resources that we had. And I guess that's why it would have been critical to get the warehouse built. Let's hope this fills up. Because that could be bad. I mean, that would be no more ordering of these either. Alright, well, I could see this being a possibility, because this is kind of how the final storm event happened in Frostpunk. In the run-up to the final storm, you couldn't go and harvest any more resources. It's too cold. You've had to survive on what you got and make take terrible decisions. Okay, well, we'll see what we're going to get. More storage space for the meds. Don't really need any. I can just stop building them. Unless the idea was to use all the upgrades on the last train. Let's see if there's a message about the last train. Let's put you out. And put you in. We're going to have to be super careful with this. The 2 patients in CCS. We'll just have to wait and see how it develops, I think. Right then, we have trauma. We'll pop you on the list. And we have someone in here. It's coming in good condition. Resting, well rested. We do need to now start signing people out of here, don't we? There's no +3s going in. That's got us straight back to there, so we're quite good with that. I'll put you in there. Not quite sure what we're going to use these for. If the train runs out, because we won't be able to spend any of the freight to upgrade things, because we'll need that for creating medical supplies. It all depends on whether that train schedule changes or not. That's looking a bit spicy there. See if you can order new meds. That's on the last train. You'd be worried what happened to that VIP guy. I can't remember. Yesterday was a long time ago. Which VIP was it? There was a few... Oh, I know the one you mean. Yeah, the one that they wanted to go back to head... it was like Baron someone or other of Lincolnshire. So at this point, we're going to go on medication-saving operations here. So decrease cost to this antidote. Right, how are things working here? So we've got 18 wounded in the trenches. Still. Okay, the med teams are coming back. They should have the first 5 patients coming back now. At least we think. Also good. Okay. Oh, wait, there's the VIP. This is a very good question because somehow he's appeared in here and I'm sure he wasn't there before, but we're operating on the next one along. I don't know. Hey, chill. Not to be mean, but you should use amputate and other choices for trauma and poison. I didn't ever build the amputate thing. So it was a choice I made not to upgrade that, to spend the drafts and things on other options. And it would get us through things a lot faster, but we might be able to... Well, we still can build it, but we'll see. Actually, we probably could build it now, couldn't we? We've got the other thing done. I know I've got enough of these. So let's go to the improvements. Because I think... Ah, wait, hang on. This is a better one. So this will increase the chance of... In trauma, this is going to help. I can improve this now. Increased chance of operation simplifications by 100%. And faster rehab. So I'm going to grab that. Whilst we have... It doesn't cost any freight. So that's the thing I really needed to feel like we were saving. Oh, tell you what, let's go back to that. Switch you out. Because you speed up construction. There, that's good. But it's a good idea, Chill. I do agree. Have you done all the farmer upgrades for processing supplies benefits? I think I had. I'll have another look. Honestly, that tree is just a blinding nightmare of things to look at. Who's tired? It's going to be a medic team. And we need someone else on this shift. So this is the important bit. We're still not getting these guys out of the trenches. That's going amazingly slowly. I'm going to bring them out of there. And they can go on the rest. Don't need someone in the cemetery at the moment. Yeah, let's have a look at that for the pharmacy. It comes under 2 areas, doesn't it? There's one under here. There's basically this, which just gives us more production stations. And there was one for the engineering depot. What's that one? No, that's for food production. And that's for the rations over time. The one I would probably like to do is the steam cookers, which would reduce the amount of food that's being eaten. I feel like that might be a useful one to have. That might be the last train. If that's the last train, then we are in for some spicy times. Oh, adjust the procedure to save supplies. Our diagnosis of the case was very accurate. We could perform a more adjusted procedure instead of a normal one. I could ease the doctor. No, we're saving supplies. Because that's looking good at the moment. Terminal! In you go, son. We've got you. He's on a 12-hour rest. Well, we can probably put him on a 12-hour rest. He's not needed at the moment. Maybe time to half ration. It probably will be, as we have a lot of... We have morale 100%. Who said morale couldn't go above 99%? We have 100% morale. Do you know what? I'm going to do that then. Let's see. Hang on, the game's sticking a bit as I'm trying to zoom around. Where's the canteen? So let's go half rations. And see what that does. If that drops to about 80%, I'll put it back up. 2 doctors are waiting for new assignments. It's all on trauma, sadly. I don't know why they're not operating on this guy. It seems slightly bugged out. You're stable. You can go in. Oh, we have one of these. This is a slightly tired medic team. So we've got the idealist. So morale increases whilst at work. They perform better at ADS. This one, they work slightly worse at ADS, but morale increases over time. So if I can get rid of that emphatic... Morale increases over time when they work at CCS. I think that would be better, because I do shift them around. I just don't want the work slightly worse one. And that's the other two. I see no reason to change those, so I'm going to go for restrained. And then when I switch them around, I don't need to worry about where they're positioned. Quick question, when you go to a new chapter, I've seen your bandages and they get fully restocked, so if you have 0, would they get filled automatically? I think they go to the maximum of your warehouse, but don't quote me on that, unless you're following a save through. I don't know, it seems a bit funny. If you saw how I went from chapter 2 to chapter 3, it's anybody's guess how it's supposed to work, because that totally bugged out and blew up on me. But it seemed to carry through everything about the base and my achievements so far. Yeah, it was untidy. Sadly, a bit of a flaw in the game at the moment. Shorter operation. The wound was nice and clean. It's saying there must be... Wow, okay. Still struggling to get wounded out of the trenches. Something's not quite right with this today. Hang on a sec. I'm just going to save the game. Okay, and then we're going to go back and we're going to quit and start it again. Because it feels like, as I'm trying to scroll around, it feels like it's sticking every screen and a half. Like it moves smoothly, then it... and then you're going up, it's smoothly, stop, stutter, stutter, up. And it feels like, I don't know, like the screen's trying to scroll through jam or something. It's just weird. We'll have a look at the train when this loads in, because this might have made a difference. See where we get to. Remember to keep checking the casualty clearing station regularly. Yes. That is very good advice. Interesting. Okay. Major Wells, you've fulfilled my request and due to your actions... Okay, so this has fixed the bug with the VIP. You fulfilled my request and due to your actions, I was able to return to my duties. This will not be forgotten. I decided to provide your hospital with additional resources. So he's given us some drafts, some staff orders. Understood. Nice. That feels better. That's scrolling around a lot better now. So whatever it was has gone. We've still only got 3 trains coming in. There is 60 food coming in on one of them. What's the maximum amount of food I can have then? Where are I? I can have 240. So that's... So let me put this up to 40. Depending on when the trains arrive, they should be fine. Oh, it's coming in 4 hours. So that's before the last train. I don't want to ever end up in a position where I have too much. No, let's hold off on that. Let's hold off on that. We've got time before the last train comes. So we're going to try and upgrade things where we can with those drafts. I think. Game is lagging a bit. You've seen a few others comment on this problem too. Yeah, someone else said that it got really laggy in Chapter 3. Might have been the VIP causing it. That's okay. We've nearly got the pharmaceutical therapy, which is going to help trauma. Although it's going to make us use more trauma meds, but we can currently craft them, so that's okay. Let's speed this up a little bit. I don't know how well this is working.
New patient arrived.
Excellent. Strong will. Perfect. We better take a look at the cemetery as well. Resting well rested. Resting well rested. This is so good so far. So we're nicely coping with that. What is going to happen at some point is this is going to fill up, and then suddenly we're going to get all of these all at once come back here. I predict.
Sir, we lost this patient.
Okay. That was a 10% drop in morale there. I don't think it was just from the one patient, although it could have been. Excellent. So we've got the thing helping the...
Sir, operation was successful.
Right, alcohol is well down. Let's have a look at the... I wanted assignments, actually. So this is the time... Oh, this is easy done then. You go on to 24-hour production. We're doing 1 an hour. What I'll do is I will take you out of there and put you in there. And I will take you out of there and put you in there. Maybe. We'll see this. Let me just have a look at the improvements because we do have points to build. That's too expensive currently. A lot of things are going to be too expensive. The advanced dressing station. We can just put... Oh, we get another ambulance. Which might be worth it. These are cheap, aren't they? So the amputations. Okay, people have told me to do this forever. Unless we can't afford the trauma wards and the chemical wards. Except it gets the difficulty down massively. If we could save up. It costs a lot of resources, though. These cost no resources, so let's improve these. We're going to have amputation. Eventually. You guys have been asking for it for so long. We get that, and we get the chemical tanks as well. Because at the moment, we're actually good for soldiers, so we can afford these. I'm thinking, though, that the +3s we put back in the trenches, because these guys are good soldiers, and we might want them coming out later on. That's going to boost the strength up way higher than it needs to be. I'm going to chance that.
Sir, patient is cured.
It's a risk. Shorter rehab.
Sir, engineers reached the construction site.
So we'll get the new thing built. What's this? Patients experienced severe nausea and vomiting as a result of a gas attack. The symptoms include phosgene poisoning, which may lead to heart failure if not treated quickly. We don't have the body bath. We don't have the sodium hypochlorite. Well, we might lose this guy.
Sir, operation was successful.
So far, so good everywhere, I think. We better put the rest on. Can you do that one? He's currently exhausted. That guy's good. We don't need to rush that. They're okay. They can work on those. All right.
Sir,
We're managing this.
starting a new shift. Sir, operation was successful.
I would like a message about the train situation if there's no more trains coming. Oh, hang on. Okay, right. Panic over. Trains are coming. They just weren't scheduled till, and that's fine. That wasn't bugged or anything. It's just that they've been added onto the schedule since. So the food production is less of a major issue because morale's straight back up there.
Sir,
Still
patient
going
is
down though,
cured.
even on half rations. Hey, Alwyn.
Sir,
Oh, Robbie
operation
Dunny.
was
Welcome back.
successful. Sir,
Still on
patient
chapter
is
3,
cured.
Alwyn. Yep. Still the same. We'll go for shortened recovery. Because we are at max morale. Even on half rations, morale is doing so well. Let's have a look at the medics. So we've still got 9 in the trenches. It is so slow getting them out of the trenches. And the clearing station. I think we're going to put someone else in the clearing station. And when they're all out of there, I think we can assign one of them to the cemetery. Because if there are deceased people in the trenches, we need the cemetery to deal with them, don't we? I think they go get them.
Sir, medics are on the way.
I think. That's good. We seem to be holding on this one at the moment. New ambulance would be nice. I would like a new ambulance, but it's a... Well, now that we know that we're getting more resources, that's potentially something we can do. As is the warehouse improvement. As is the sleeping quarters. So things are looking suddenly a lot more positive. Who's tired? Ah, here we go. So I might get the sleeping quarters done next. Bandages are okay. It's the trauma meds. I can put someone into trauma meds, which is great. And knowing that this is a thing, I can put someone in there. And we have a little bit of food production going on. And we're trying to churn out as much alcohol as... I can put someone in there too. Huh. No, I'll shift them around when they get tired.
Sir, engineer is on the way.
Hey, Phipps. How many days did you miss? 1, I think. I haven't been streaming very long today.
Sir, operation was successful.
Shorter rehab. The patient's will is strong. Good. Good. We have an upgraded nurse. I'd love to get rid of that strict. So, this is Claire Stevens, who's been working in rehab. Eats once every 2 days. Morale increases on half rations. As we are on half rations, that's a time to give those abilities, isn't it? Works better when working with others. Yeah, let's go for the half rations one. Because then we can cheese this. If we get everyone upgraded to that. Trauma meds. Okay, everyone's going to get tired there, but that's okay. I just want to get a stock of these built up. Don't say that, Hurst Mellor. We are doing surprisingly well.
We lost this patient.
Yeah, you had to open your mouth, didn't you, Mellor?
Sir, engineers reached the farm.
You had to say it. No one's waiting there. There are casualties coming in here, but they're not getting transported down there. Like, there's 14 wounded, but 5 in the trenches. There needs to be some sort of priority system, or just change it. Maybe the CCS guys come and transport from here as this fills up. But no one... They're getting them out of the trenches, which is good, but no one's getting them from here down to here, which means when they do come in from here, they're going to be absolutely exhausted. Bollocks, ready to drop. We can't put them in the ADS, can we? No. If you can put nurses in ADS, then that would prolong their condition, but it's not an option. Jinx is real, definitely. Hey, Commander Grados, welcome back. Someone's tied in the pharmacy. That's going to be happening a lot, I think. Just while we get the stock of meds built up. It's looking better already. Someone's exhausted in the alcohol production. It's okay. It's okay. We can go with this. Dare I switch this to 12-hour shifts over here? I think I will. So we'll try that. It's okay because we've got plenty of these at the moment. And 12-hour shifts. No, we need the alcohol building, definitely. Okay.
Sir, engineer is on the way.
Let's take a look. So the next train is coming in 6 hours. The next load of resources come in about 8 hours. By which point we will have exhausted that. Jonathan Ramey, Aging Jedi, is that you? It certainly is. My original YouTube name. How's it going? Was that something about a pharmacy?
Sir, patient is cured.
Okay, so people are getting shipped out. The +1s were going in here. The plus... Oh, that's the VIP. Hang on. This is Major Wells. This is Clive Staples Lewis. Wait, didn't we already get the event for him? He can only go to HQ, so that's okay. The rest of these ones... Plus ones can go. I'll let them stay in there until... Well, I suppose we need to see what's going on with this battle, don't we? Okay, this is getting crazy now. Because this is annoying. Oh, no, they're coming. Okay, the wounded are coming. Here they come. They've got them nearly all out the trenches. For some reason, they're not using the ambulance. We're going to have a load of these guys dropped off now. You haven't seen me since the World of Tanks days? I haven't been as active on this channel until recently, until I started live streaming on it July last year, I think. So, yes, I'd been on Twitch. I've got another channel with Let's Plays and history games and stuff on. But on this one, I'm trying to find a new sort of home for it, if you know what I mean. Aging Jedi, that's... I've not gone by that name since Obi-Wan Kenobi used to know me. Right, let's have a look. Easy operation. Good result.
Sir, operation was successful.
Yep, I knew this would happen, and it's in the trauma. Sorry, the chemical. This is bad news, because this is kind of slow. So let's put the 3 stars and the 2 stars up ahead. However, they're coming in good condition, so I don't think we can complain too much. That's not bad. That could be a whole lot worse. These guys, not so good condition. But it's okay, we have plenty of surgeons.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Hang on, we've got a tired nurse. 8-hour shifts might be good for the nurses. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We've got so many of these. I think we can... Oh, what could we upgrade? I could go straight for... And we have enough for this. We could go straight for the chemical ward upgrade, couldn't we? It's going to burn a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think that'd be better than doing the better sleepy resty thing. And we get ourselves another chemical burn specialist. I think that's the plan. Stable. Stable. And good. So that's okay. Wounded are coming in. We're getting them shifted through. The doctors are ready to see them. And things are going well.
Sir, new patient arrived.
You about to try Warframe for the first time? See, Warframe is one of those games that I've looked at a few times and everyone tells me, oh, it's really, really good. And you don't realize how good it is until you play it. But when I watch it, it just looks like, from all the footage I've seen, people using some sort of space ninja running through these big complexes, mostly avoiding and dodging and dancing and drifting and rolling past things and occasionally stopping to shoot something. And I know I'd feel so different about it if I actually played it, because I do understand that it's a good game, it's generally well received. But I look at it and think, there's nothing there drawing me in to play it. Because it's a free-to-play one, isn't it? We will save the resources on this one. Late gamers are walking the park in it. My patient turnover is pretty good. It's going well at the moment. We're getting lots of simplifications, which I like. This would be a morale rises for a longer recovery, which I can afford, so I'll take it. Although, with morale at 98%. Oh, okay, now we can amputate. Do we want to amputate? It appears that the patient's leg is infected. We would normally need to amputate, but it seems he responds well to the medicine, and we have high hopes it will be enough to save his leg. So I'm going to try and save his leg, because we do generally better with things like that.
Sir.
What have we got? The gas poisoning was not as severe as predicted. I would like to recommend decreasing the recovery period. Yes.
May I inform you that I left a personal recommendation note with one of the patients who was recently...
Right, we have a VIP. Who is it? It's this one. It is James Francis Ryan of Belgium. Despite their old mother's protests, he and his 3 brothers had joined the American troops dispatched to France from Belgium, as the American troops often were. It's so funny reading through some of these things that don't match up with the history of the guys. They served together in one unit from the moment America joined the war. Their unit was assigned to the trenches near the hospital, but after the last battle, he was the only one left. Oh, that's so sad. When did he join then? He was born in 1900. I was informed recently of Private Ryan's state and his family situation by his commanding officer. With his Oh, it's Private Ryan. I just got that. Oh, God, Mark, you are so slow today. I haven't had my coffee, that's why it is. Private Ryan. His state and his family situation by his commanding officer. With his recommendation, I have sent him for a checkup. Though I am sympathetic to his case, I am duty-bound to request his return to the front lines. So, we need to treat him. This isn't World War II, and this is World War I. Everyone has to serve. So I think we're being told to put him back on the front lines. So, back on the front lines, he shall go. Yeah, we'll notice him, because he's VIP. Thought the VIP was that Noble again. We've still got him, I think. I don't know if he's actually gone home, that Noble. Speaking of Nobles, I'm off to see Ross Noble, the comedian, next month. I can't wait. I've never seen him live before. He's one of those characters that I just want to just burst out laughing just by looking at him, because he's such an unusual-looking geezer. They added a whole story element to Warframe that might hold your attention more. You've always heard good things about it, though. Yeah, I should give it a go sometime. You're in good condition, and you're level 3. And I think you're going to be out of there first, so we'll put you in like that. You love Ross Noble? He's good, isn't he? Oh, God, we've got exhausted medics. Wrong button. How exhausted? Collapsed. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. We do have most of them out of here now, which is excellent. So we can put 2 into here, which I think is where they need to go. There's only two patients waiting for the medical team. And then we can put some into the graveyard. I'll put you on a 12-hour shift, and I'll... Oh, I need some... No, I do need some in here. This is just silly. So I'll put you onto that shift, so you're currently resting. And I'll put you onto that shift, so you're currently resting. He just says would prefer not to work in the cemetery, so let's do that. And the exhausted ones can actually go in there. So I think we should be okay with that at a 12-hour shift, just to keep that ticking over. We've got more people in here, some resting up until the next fight.
Sir, medics are on the way.
And then we'll reassess.
Sir, new patient arrived. Sir, medics are on the way.
More patients. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot coming into this Burns unit. The Germans are definitely using more gas. We better set some rests for this guy. Also, we need to... He is actually priority because he's a 3. That's fine. Materials, we just need trauma. Trauma meds. What I'm going to do is...
Sir, medics are on the way.
Not schedule, sorry. Let's order resources. I'm going to order some alcohol because I'm struggling to produce enough. 30 should be enough to keep us going. I'm going to put some food rations on because these things are cheap. So, I don't want to spend too much money of these. Let's order those. That'll do for now. When is the schedule for the trains, by the way? In 11:56. Oh, in an hour, we're building some new... We're going to build a new chemical ward. In 1 hour. It's going to be so exciting. Here's the patient's leg is infected. No, we're going to give him stronger medicine. We're not lopping off limbs unless there's like a huge amount of people waiting to get seen to. Yeah, our freight stocks are running low, but
Sir,
with the next train, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. What was that?
Operation was successful.
What was that about a dressing station?
Sir, One of the patients recently brought to the casualty clearing station had with him a person.
We've got 2 VIPs here. This is why we need this one upgrading, I think. Let's look at them in a second. Alright, what have we got? We've got a pair of Croziers, so some brothers. He was born in 1903. Makes him, what, 15? His family fled to Paris at the start of the war. His father and older brother joined the military soon after, and he was the one who stayed to take care of his mother. His father died in 1917, causing his mother to fall ill. Less than a year later, she passed away. He decided to find his brother in the front to tell him about their mother, and then join his brother in the military. So, he would have been, at this point, this guy is just over 15 years old. I'm sure, I mean, there were people who were under 16 got in the military from lying about their age, so it's quite possible. I write to you to implore you to treat my little brother Fabian Crozier first. He found me in the front to notify about our mother's death and joined the military to fight, but there was a gas attack and we both got exposed to it. I know he's not a soldier yet, but he's the only family I have left. Please rescue him, even if it would have to cost my life. That's kind of sad. We had another one like this, didn't we? I think it was a father and son one. So this is... Hang on a minute. Right, he was born in Hampshire in the United Kingdom. But his brother was born in Belgium. Okay. Honestly, game, if you're going to put these narratives in, you've got to try and get them to tie together a little bit better. My favourite one still being the guy who promised his mum to be home by Christmas in 1914, despite not actually joining the military till 1915. That's my favourite one so far. So the VIPs, we're going to throw you in. You're going to go in first. You're going to be a tiring ordeal. And I guess you can go in second. That's okay. The older brother is also born 4 years after his younger. Really? This is the older one. This Mathis is the older one, I think. Yeah, so 1899. Yeah, I need to save Matt Damon. He's coming along nicely. Who have we got in here? We've got a load of people. Any plus ones? There's plus ones we can just eject from here right now. Is this nearly full? No, it's fine.
Sir, new patient arrived.
So since we got the extra surgeon, we've been able to blitz through all the operations. It's been really good. You can go in there. They'll be out soon.
Sir, operation was successful.
Fabian, he said he was younger than him. Oh well, if it says something weird on there, I'll take your words for it.
Sir, new patient arrived.
No more space for freight in the warehouse.
Sir, operation was successful.
Pause as everything kicks off. We've got... Yeah, this is where we're kind of stuck now. So, you are less priority than this chap. I just got to watch, make sure no one's going to plummet in condition. But that's okay. I'll leave him in there. On the trauma ward, you need to go in, like, almost next. Can you do that before you're exhausted? No. That's that. And then this one. You're in good nick. You're fine. That's good. Fabian is the younger. I'll leave the confusing brothers out of it for the moment. We were going to look at another improvement. And I could, at this point, I could trigger the warehouse upgrade. But all it does is it's going to save me a few of these. It's going to cost me 1,900 of these. The question is, will it save me that many over the rest of the course of the game? I honestly don't think it will. Unless there's some event that's going to come and fill up the warehouse or something. It would have been great if we could have got the warehouse built in the previous chapter. That would have been massive. But sadly, it's not. So I think we've got the option for the dressing station, which then just... We get an extra ambulance, which is nice. I'm going to go for the chemical ward. It's not overly expensive. It's a long time to build. It leaves us 1,000 resources. You need to go in there. We need to have a look in this this depot here, actually. Extremely exhausted. Okay, we're off the alcohol building thing. And the rations have built up. So you can go into this one. Actually, I'm going to give them a rest. We're okay for a few hours. And then we'll get that done. So it's 20 hours to build this. No, I'm going to put you in there as well. So when he comes off his rest, he will crack on with that. And then we're going to order a new chemical burns guy.
Sir, engineer is on the way.
Oh, good point about the scouts. Let's have a look at the damn scouts. He's awaiting orders. Screw him. Evacuating villages. The French forces are evacuating villages. Let's send the scouts to help.
Scouts unit have started a new mission.
I really don't like the scouting screen in this.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Oh, the 1900 was a restaurant? Ah, you're right, Duke. It was 1900 to get the better sleeping quarters. It was probably only 900 for the warehouse. So it might have been a good idea to do that. Maybe when the next train comes in, we'll have a look. We will omit cleaning up the wound and have a shorter operation. I mean, to be honest, you're going through a hospital. If it wasn't infected before you went into the hospital, it probably would be when you come out of it.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Brilliant. Okay, we've got the option to get rid of bitter. Others working with them at the cemetery perform worse, but only at the cemetery. Or we can get rid of the impulsive with compassionate. Or we can get rid of ambitious with ascetic. I would love that, but I don't want to lose the ambitious. It's the only good trait. I mean, I think getting rid of impulsive works slightly less effectively, but tires slightly less. Actually, that's not as bad as you think. I'm going to get rid of the bitter, because there might not be another opportunity to get rid of that. It's a very specific one, but it might be something that we can make use of later. Shorter rehab.
Sir, new patient arrived.
We're getting lots of good news here. Morale rises. I can't believe we're maxing out morale like this. It's awesome. Weren't the chemical ward that was most vital? I have built the chemical ward, haven't I? Haven't I? Yeah, it's the chemical ward. You had me worried there, Alwyn. I've done the wrong one. So we're going to have an extra physician, and then we're going to do decrease operation difficulty by 50% in the full body bath. And then we'll probably do the trauma ward as well. We will certainly be able to afford that. That is awesome. It's going to take a while to build, but we have 10 days, so we will get it done. Yeah, I think that's the essential thing. We're going to use these resources up, I'm fairly certain. The trains are still coming in. They're still bringing me goods, so I'm happy with that. Oh, you posted before I built it. Oh, thanks. Oh, sorry, I missed your message. Shorter rehab.
Sir, medics are on the way.
Okay, so I can just ram some of these. The +3s are going straight back into the trenches then. And the +2s, we're going to get some orders built. I don't know about this, actually. The +1s can go into the trenches with you. These are very experienced +3s. I shouldn't be getting rid of those. There are 2 there that can be released. I'm actually okay for those at the moment, so Let's put the experienced troops in there. And let's do that, because that's a nice little... That's... Whoop! No, you're not going home, son. There we go. That's a nice compromise,
Sir,
I think.
patient is cured.
In case we need to order supplies as well. Which might be a thing. Okay. Stable, 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 good. Look at the chemical ward. Look how badly that is building up. This is getting insane now. At least the VIPs are going to get seen to. I just hope these guys can hang around in here. So let's have a look at the nurses, because at this point, what I think we need to do, they'll be in the casualty clearing station, won't they? Till they go to the operating ward. So you're good in the operating ward anyway. In nurse rehab, I think we prefer to work in the rehab. No preference. We prefer not to work in the operating ward. No preference. I'm going to put them into here. I think... Oh, no, I don't think she is the one with a preference. Right, so if I do this... That actually doesn't make a difference to the patient's state. Oh, it's because they're all on rest, that's why. It still doesn't make a difference to the patient's state. Maybe when they get there. They're not there at the moment. Let's see if they need to walk over. And we'll see if we get that.
Sir, medics reached the casualty clearing station.
Yeah. Oh, morale has dropped. Something's made a big chunk of difference in the morale.
Nurses reached the hospital.
Not quite sure
Sir?
what. Who's exhausted? So you in the dressing station. Although there's nothing for the guy in the dressing station to do anymore, so we can do that. There's nothing for the guy in the cemetery to do currently. And we'll just switch these out. Actually, you can work in there, and you... I think these guys are quite good at the cemetery job. I seem to remember something about that, so... We've got 2 shifts on there. That's fine.
Sir, medics are on the way.
We'll switch them over. Both nurse and rehab are on the same shift. Thanks for spotting that. That's well spotted. We'll do that. Otherwise, yes,
Sir,
nothing would have been
nurses
happening.
reached the casualty clearing station.
Oh, God. That's an engineer. It's not an engineer. It's a nurse on the operating ward. You come out and have a rest then. So, yeah, it has. Okay, so in the clearing station, putting an extra nurse in has got the patient's state improved by 18%. It's a marginal improvement, but... I put them on 24-hour shifts. It doesn't immediately calculate any difference. Putting them on rehab makes a massive difference.
Sir, nurses are on the way. Sir, we lost this patient. Sir, medics
okay.
reached the cemetery.
We're losing a few. Well, actually, we have a job for the medic now, so...
Sir, new patient arrived.
We will only allow for closing the wounds. Okay. This is insane, this. We need the 3s out so we can see them going in. And there are a couple of them, so... We'll put them in there. And on here, we've got stable and stable. I mean, that battle has used up all our stock of supplies here.
Sir, medics reached the advanced dressing station.
I'm going to have a look at the engineers and go back to 24-hour working here. I don't think we've got any choice. And we're going to have 1 person in there and 1 person. Does anyone prefer to work in the... Nope, no one cares. Right, they used to care. They absolutely used to care yesterday before we reloaded and saved and stuff. So I don't know what difference this has made. But we're going to need alcohol coming out for sure.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll get the chemical meds. Did I put chemical meds on there? The trauma meds. Oh, the trauma meds have recovered a bit. So let me switch that over to there. Stock of alcohol is going to go down now. But once these guys have got finished, then
Sir, engineers
things will
reached the
improve.
engineering depot.
There are a lot of... You're right, there are a lot of these. This is expensive. That is 8. Ooh, that's expensive. It's cheaper to get the alcohol, isn't it, and try and make it. Yeah, it's too expensive. If I spent the same amount in that... There's a battle coming. Let's hold off. Let's do it. Okay, let's order the alcohol. Let's be really cheap. I'll order some more from there if I absolutely have to, though. Hey, Acup. You just stopped playing. You're just stopping in for a few to see how it's going. It's going well, thanks. And Ragnus over on Twitch. Welcome. How's it going over there? We'll go for shorter rehab because he is strong-willed. I have a feeling. There's just these guys to decide. You're going to have to come off the list, unfortunately, to make room there. Yeah, well, luckily, these guys, their condition doesn't degrade too quickly. Otherwise, we would be in trouble. I saw someone exhausted. Is it a nurse? Is it it's an engineer?
Sir, engineer is on the way.
I play a lot of medieval games. I have done, Ragnus, yeah. Oh, well, when I say a lot,
Sir,
War
operation
Tales
was
I've
successful.
played, and hopefully streaming soon. That's kind of a
Sir,
cool
medics are on the way.
fantasy medieval game. Similar in some respects to Last Train Home. Kingdom Come Deliverance, my favourite medieval game of all time, and I'm going to be playing... It's not called Banner Lords, it's called something Lords. Manor Lords. Very similar. Manor Lords, which is like a city builder, medieval city builder. What have we got here? Patients. It appears the assisting nurse made a mistake while measuring the dosage of medicine. The patient received a much more potent dosage. So I can use the normal detox procedure, which is a longer operation, or a quick detox procedure using the medical drip. That's going to cost me a load of those. Normal. We've got time on our side at the moment at the chemical ward. So adjust procedure to save supplies. Every time. Oh, God. People, apparently, don't like working 24-hour shifts. Who would have thought? And there's another one somewhere. An exhausted medic. Having said that, I feel like we probably have enough people in here now. I'm sure there should be someone waiting burial. Put them in there. They've got nothing to do, and as there's nothing to do, they don't get exhausted, which is really good. Would prefer not to work in the... Yeah, okay. If you don't want to work in casualty, you can work in the graveyard, and you can come over here. I think there's a few.